what boxing is all about. Two of the best in the 154-pound division squaring off for two versions of the 154-pound fighting.
Touch him all you want. That's the closest you're going to get to.
Bro, I'm going to cook you bad. Real bad. Make sure you ready, though.
I'm always
Make sure you ready. I'm gonna show the world why I'm the best in the world, and I'm gonna show his team. They've been talking all crazy. They've been talking crazy, and I'm gonna back it up, and I'm gonna show the world why I'm the best in the world. But like I said,
and to the point of what I told Malcolm, I said, if you want a fighter that's as defensively responsible as Shakur Stevenson, makes the right move every time defensively, that man right there. And if you want a man that's as powerful as a Tank Davis, as explosive, and can end the fight at any point and any time, you have a mix of Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, two of the best fighters in the world, and one man right there. That's how good that kid is.
And the speed?
And the speed is remarkable.
Yeah.
I'm watching him spar the other dude, and he threw a jab, and the jab was so fast, I said, damn. And the dad was watching, he turned around and said, yeah. I was like, yo.
Pretty impressive, right?
I said, yeah. I said, damn. And he turned around and said, yeah. I was like, all right. So the kid just got the goods, man. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And executing.
He's got to execute.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that he will. I saw him fighting, or I saw it in sparring. This dude punched me with a right hand. The joint came so fast, I didn't even see it, right? And it hit me on the forehead. And I got my headgear on. And it jarred my neck, right? I said, damn! And he moves away like I was hurt. I said, no, I'm good, but goddamn. He stopped me, and I wasn't even coming at him, you know what I mean? It's like I always talk about guys having power and then somebody moving into the punch, helping the power. I wasn't moving into it. I wasn't slipping the wrong way and got caught. He just threw a right hand and that joint was like, I was like, damn.
So it was like a brick.
Yeah. And he punched me in my chest one time too.
That one stopped you?
Nah. He caught me to the body once. And that was the one. I was like, no, it ain't happening today. He caught me to the body once. So, but he hit me in my chest once and that joint was hurting. And I felt it on the back end too. I'm like, damn, it's like a bullet. Like it went through it and I felt it on the back end. So the power's there.
Northeast coaches, reports I'm hearing about Boots in the gym.
That's what I mean. Like boots in the gym.
But I mean, I'm talking to guys firsthand who are there, and they're telling me, like he's busting rib cages, he's busting noses.
The boxing world is on edge as Jaron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas prepare for a blockbuster showdown that could redefine both careers. With bold predictions, heated warnings, and growing confidence from both camps, the tension has reached another level. Just days before his June 27th showdown with Xander Zayas, Jaron Boots Ennis has received perhaps the biggest endorsement of his career. Shawn Porter says Boots combines Shakur Stevenson's defense with Gervonta Davis's explosive power, and that could spell serious trouble for Zayas.
And to the point of what I told Malcolm, I said, if you want a fighter that's as defensively responsible as Shakur Stevenson, makes the right move every time defensively, that man right there. And if you want a man that's as powerful as a Tank Davis, as explosive, and can end the fight at any point and any time, you have a mix of Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, two of the best fighters in the world, and one man right there. That's how good that kid is.
And the speed?
And the speed is remarkable.
Yeah.
I'm watching him spar the other dude, and he threw a jab, and the jab was so fast, I said, damn. And the dad was watching, he turned around and said, yeah. I was like, yo.
Pretty impressive, right?
I said, yeah. I said, damn. And he turned around and said, yeah. I was like, all right. So the kid just got the goods, man. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And you know,
And executing.
he's got to execute.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that he will.
Shawn Porter has revealed a terrifying experience from their sparring session. The former world champion says Boots landed a right hand so fast he never even saw it coming, and the impact snapped his head back instantly. Porter admitted the shot left him stunned, and what he revealed about Ennis's speed and power could be a serious warning for Xander Zayas.
I saw them fighting, or I saw it in sparring. This dude punched me with a right hand. The joint came so fast I didn't even see it, right? And it hit me on the forehead, and I got my headgear on, and it jarred my neck, right? I said, damn! And he moves away like I was hurt. I said, no, I'm good, but goddamn, like he stopped me, and I wasn't even coming at him. You know what I mean? It's like I always talk about guys having power and then somebody moving into the punch, helping the power. I wasn't moving into it. I wasn't slipping the wrong way and got caught. He just threw a right hand, and that joint was like, I was like, damn.
So it was like a brick.
Yeah. And he punched me in my chest one time too.
That one stopped you?
Nah. He caught me to the body once. And that was the one. I was like, no, it ain't happening today. He caught me to the body once. So, but he hit me in my chest once, and that joint was hurting. And I felt it on the back end too. I'm like, damn, it was like a bullet. Like it went through it, and I fell on the back end. So the power's there.
American professional boxer and former kickboxer Chris Algieri that Boots Ennis has been straight up demolishing sparring partners in camp, busting noses, cracking ribs, leaving bodies piled up like he's training for war, not just another fight against Xander Zayas. This ain't hype. This is destruction mode activated. Boots is a goddamn monster right now, legs back under him at 154, power sharper than ever, and ready to turn Zayas into a highlight reel victim.
The Northeast coaches, reports I'm hearing about Boots in the gym.
That's what I mean. Like boots in the gym, boots in the gym.
But I mean, I'm talking to guys firsthand who are there, and they're telling me, like he's busting rib cages, he's busting noses.
Furthermore, Greg Hackett pointed out that Xander Zayas has already built an impressive resume by becoming a unified champion at such a young age. He also mentioned that Jaron Ennis is finally getting the high-profile fight he has been chasing, although some doubts remain about Zayas' overall experience. Even so, Hackett emphasized that Zayas is a genuine champion and believes the matchup promises to be a highly competitive and compelling showdown.
At the same time, I feel like Xander feels like he already made it. You know what I mean? And I'm not mad at him for that, because to be undisputed, not undisputed, unified. To be unified champion at 54 so fast, it happened for him kind of fast. You know what I'm saying? I can understand the high that he's on. You know what I mean? And Boots, on the other hand, this is what he's been looking for. He's been looking for a guy that everybody say is a guy for him to be fighting. Now, some people say they don't like the fight because Xander's inexperienced, Xander ain't good enough, and this and that. But how did he? Yeah, but how did he get here? Like, you know what I mean? It's none of our faults. It's nobody's fault. It's the business of boxing. So if he's capable of being champion, he's capable of being a great fighter. I don't know what.
Adding to that, Ryan Garcia weighed in and avoided picking a winner, but confidently claimed he would knock out Jaron Ennis if they ever fought. He also rejected the idea that Xander Zayas' lack of experience makes him an easy opponent, arguing that boxing is unpredictable and overlooking Zayas would be a mistake.
Will I fight Boots? Bro, I will knock out Boots. Boots is... Bro, the thing I don't like about Boots, well, Boots is cool person. Don't know much about him, but I like Boots as a person. I don't like his promoter, Eddie Hearn. He's saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, Xander, I forgot his last name. Why is Xander, can't believe he's fighting Boots. Like Boots is some unbeatable fighter. Like, bro, we're fighters. We don't give a fuck who you are. Remember when Eddie Hearn said that Devin Haney was an unbeatable fighter?
Meanwhile, Oscar De La Hoya praised Boots Ennis as a complete fighter with elite power, speed, skill, and ring IQ. He acknowledged that while Xander Zayas may be less experienced, his determination and desire to prove himself make him a dangerous challenger. De La Hoya believes the contrast between Ennis's polished talent and Zayas' youthful hunger is what makes the fight so intriguing.
Boots is a tremendous fighter. He's a beast. He's fast, he's elusive, he's strong, he can change up his combinations, his footwork is impeccable. But then you have Zayas, who's a big guy, who throws a lot of punches, who's young, who's strong, but he's motivated, he's hungry. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a classic fight.
Journalist Sean Zittel believes Boots Ennis is following the same path that turned Terrence Crawford into a pound-for-pound king. He says Ennis doesn't need gimmicks or hype because his talent is simply too overwhelming to ignore. Just like Crawford, Boots keeps stacking dominant performances, forcing the boxing world to recognize his greatness. Every victory pushes him closer to the blockbuster fights that once seemed out of reach. And if Ennis conquers Xander Zayas, it will be another powerful statement that the road to boxing supremacy runs straight through Boots Ennis.
He will take another step towards, in my eyes, what's like a Terrence Crawford-like trajectory, where Crawford wasn't able to, Crawford could sell out Omaha, just like Ennis has sold out Philadelphia. He could sell out his home base. But ultimately Crawford, through sheer excellence and talent and ability, time after time after time, once he got into his 30s, well into his 30s, that's when the real blockbuster kind of fights came his way, because he just simply couldn't be denied. And I think if Ennis wins, that's the trajectory he's on. If Ennis beats Zayas, like he's favored to do, it's another step towards that kind of like Crawford-like projection, okay?
Following that, Sean Zittel knows his opinion will upset a lot of boxing fans, but he doesn't back down from it. He argues that a Xander Zayas victory would send shockwaves through the sport and create a brand new superstar overnight. While he praises Boots Ennis' incredible talent, he believes the bigger story for boxing would be the rise of a 23-year-old phenom taking over the spotlight. It's a bold take that challenges the popular narrative surrounding Ennis, and that's exactly why the debate around this fight has become so explosive heading into fight night.
Xander Zayas winning the fight would be better for boxing. Now, why did you say that, Sean? Well, let's get into why. Zayas is, on the night of the fight, going to be 5.5 years younger, I believe, than Jaron Ennis, who turns 29 the day before the fight, or the night of the fight. Zayas is 23 years old. And Zayas, if he wins this fight, a star is born on the spot.
Sean Zittel says that if Xander Zayas pulls off the upset, everything changes in an instant. He believes the young Puerto Rican star would immediately become one of the biggest attractions in boxing, carrying the hopes of an entire fan base hungry for its next icon. This isn't just another title fight, it's a chance for Zayas to launch himself into superstardom with one unforgettable performance. Sean argues that victories like this create legends and reshape careers overnight. If Zayas shocks the world on fight night, boxing may witness the birth of its next major superstar.
He's coming from a starved fan base, and he instantly becomes the next Miguel Cotto. He instantly becomes the guy that's going to sell out Madison Square Garden. Ennis can get there, and if he shows out June 27th, it's a great step towards getting there. But if Zayas actually pulls this off, he instantly is one of the top stars in boxing, like that.
Adding another highly respected perspective to the debate, Andre Ward says he enjoys the matchup, but remains uncertain about whether this challenge is arriving too soon for the 23-year-old Xander Zayas. Ward praises Zayas for his footwork, distance control, durability, and calm demeanor under pressure. At the same time, he stresses that holding world titles at a young age does not automatically guarantee readiness for a fighter of this caliber.
Boots is 28, but he's still a young guy. He's in his prime, and you know, Xander Zayas is 23. And when I look at this matchup initially, the first thing I think about, is it too soon for Xander Zayas? Is it a year too soon? Is it a year and a half too soon? Some would say, but he's still a two-time world champion. That doesn't mean that he's ready for this. I think Xander, and I like Xander a lot. I like him a lot personally. I like his movement. I like how he's carried himself, and I like him. I've seen his growth, calling his fights on ESPN. He's got a lot to like. He's got the range. He's got the height. He's tough. He's got a whole country behind him, and he fully embraces trying to be the next great Puerto Rican champion. And he's going to cause some problems for Boots Ennis throughout this fight. But my initial question is this too soon
or is it the right time? Is it ripe and the right time?
Going deeper into the stylistic breakdown, Ward highlights a concern that often goes unnoticed by casual observers. While he believes Jaron Ennis possesses exceptional talent and a genuine love for the sport, he feels Ennis's defensive habits occasionally fall short of his overall ability. Ward notes that Boots has absorbed clean punches in several fights and has shown a tendency to repeat certain defensive mistakes. According to Ward, those kinds of lapses can become costly against elite opposition. Although he stopped short of making a firm prediction, he believes Zayas has a legitimate chance to pull off an upset if the opportunity comes at exactly the right moment in his development.
You know, he's a gym rat and he lives boxing. He really loves the sport. And you see that when he fights. But the question or concern that I have for Boots is Boots has had his way so much that I don't always see Boots, even though he does have skill defensively, he doesn't always use it. I see Boots sometimes get hit with clean flush shots. And I'll see him get hit in a fight with a repeated shot. And my boxing brain says, you took that shot against this guy. What if you get hit with that same shot against that guy? So those are my initial concerns about the fight for both guys.
Troy Isley, sparring partner of Boots Ennis, spoke Boots versus Xander is being treated like a real crossroads fight, and Troy straight up doesn't hesitate to lean toward Boots. He says Boots has the sharper edge and believes if he catches Xander early, it could be a long night for him, but he doesn't completely dismiss Xander either, admitting that a solid game plan and execution could flip everything. Still, he stresses Boots has been facing stiffer competition and is built for these kinds of high-pressure moments. The respect is there, but the confidence in Boots is louder. He expects him to find that opening and take over. In the end, Troy makes it clear. Xander can make it dangerous, but Boots is the one he's picking to walk through fire and come out on top.
I feel like Boots gonna win. I feel like Xander could win though. I feel like it's a good fight. I feel like if Boots catch him early, I feel like it's gonna be his night. But if Xander got a good game plan and he executed, I feel like Xander could he could win.
All right, cool.
But I feel like Boots gonna catch him though. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like Boots has been in there with stiffer competition that he has. But hey, I like Xander too. I'm cool with Xander too. I'm cool with Boots too. So I don't really know, but I think Boots gonna pull it off.
That's the breakdown of what's being said heading into Boots Ennis versus Xander Zayas confidence, warnings, expert debates, and a lot of pressure building toward June 27th. From Boots promising domination to analysts split on whether Zayas can pull the upset, this fight is shaping up to be far bigger than just another title clash. Now we want to hear from you. Is Boots Ennis really level above everyone at 154? Or is Xander Zayas the one about to shock the boxing world? Drop your prediction in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next.